Hello and welcome to the Minor Arcana Tarot Card Explanation session, in which I will describe each of 14 Minor Arcana Wands cards. In first session of Minor Arcana cards, I have explained Pentacles. First, let me find these 14 cards. They are in a wooden box and also in one sack. Here we have Pentacles from the last session. And here we have Wands. The other cards I will put away. Now we only have to find the numbers 3, 10, 4, 'Page of Wands, 9, 6, Knight of Wands, 8, King, 2, 5, Queen, 8 and 7. Let us start with the Ace of Wands. In the Ace of Wands, a hand holding a wand with the newly grown leaves extends out from cloud as if to offer a new opportunity or idea with the potential to grow. The rich green landscape is further confirmation of this growth capability. In the distance, on the left, is a castle, representing the promise of opportunities to come. And hills and mountains are on the horizon. Their wavy peaks remind us that there will always be challenges along the way, but they can be crossed with enough effort. In the valley, pure water flows, symbolizing purification, change, and the passage of time. The Ace of Wands may appear when you have an opportunity to grow on a personal or spiritual level. Two of Wands shows a man dressed in a red robe and hat, holding a small globe. The world is literally in his hands, symbolizing the enormous potential before him. He stands within the borders of his castle, suggesting that while he is examining possible opportunities, he has not yet decided to execute them. He is still very much in the planning phase. His hand rests on an upright wand, and the second wand is affixed to the castle's wall. A further sign that he is still not ready to start with the realization. On the stand at the left is the emblem of a black cross with red and white flowers. Roses for passion, lilies for purity, and the cross for faith. In the background, the land is fertile, but also rocky, promising that he has a good chance for success, so long as he can overcome the challenges that will arise. You are open to growth and exploring new territories, so long as you maintain a level of certainty that your efforts will work out in the end. Three of Wands depicts a man in red and green robes, standing on a cliff with his back turned. He has stepped down from the protection of his castle from Two of Wands, and now stands on higher ground right above a bay, where he has planted 3 wands firmly in the land, one of which he also holds. 2 wands behind him offer protection. The third one he leans on, giving him support. He is in a vast open space, looking out over the sea to distant mountains. He watches 3 sailing ships pass by, symbolic of movement and progression. From his high point, he can see all that lies ahead, including any upcoming challenges and opportunities. Three of Wands shows that your plans are now well underway and you're considering even more opportunities to expand your current strategy and maximize your ultimate potential. Four of Wands is one of the happiest cards of the Tarot's Minor Arcana. Shows two happy people dancing and celebrating with flowers in their hands. In the foreground, a beautiful wreath with blossoms and grapes hang between four wands. Together, these elements represent the joy and satisfaction that comes with achieving an important goal or milestone. In the background, another group of people, perhaps a family, stand in front of a large castle, representing the safety and comfort of the home. This scene might depict harvest time, a public holiday, or even a wedding. The Four of Wands is a card of joyful celebration, blessed happiness, and appreciation for the good things in life. When this card appears, it is the perfect time to celebrate with those you love most. In the Five of Wands, five men appear to be fighting each other, using their wands as weapons. However, on closer observation, their wands are raised, but not striking or injuring anyone. It is as if there is no real purpose or outcome in this chaotic scene, other than to create conflict and plant discord amongst the group. Each man wears a different outfit, symbolizing their diverse backgrounds and belief systems, and suggesting that because of their differences, they cannot find harmony and common ground with one another. This card indicates that you are in the middle of battle, tension, and competition with others, and it is impacting your ability to move forward with your goals. Six of Wands depicts a man wearing a victory wreath around his head and riding a decorated white horse through a crowd of cheering people. His horse represents strength, purity, and a successful progression of an adventure. And the group of people shows the public recognition for the man's achievements. The rider holds an upright wand with a wreath tied to the top, further emphasizing success. He is not afraid to show off to others what he has accomplished in his life so far. And even better, the surrounding crowd is delighted to cheer him along. The Six of Wands appears when you have reached an important milestone or achieved a significant goal, and you are confident and successful. Seven of Wands depicts a man on top of a hill, armed with a wand that he holds with both hands and fighting with 6 more wands in front of him. He seems to be defending his territory and his successes. The scale of this card is curious. A giant-sized young man standing on the landscape at his feet. The small land of hills and the river below. Due to his size, he sees the bigger picture. He is very sure of his territory, standing astride a river. His position and intentions are clear. He is ready for the challenge against 6 other wands raised up toward him. Interestingly, the man is wearing 2 different shoes. Suggesting that he may have been caught unaware or unprepared for battle. Or he may be unclear of his own stance and opinion. When the 7 of Wands appears in a tarot reading, expect to see an increase in haters, trolls, and people who disagree with you. You will need to secure your territory and fight for what you stand for. Eight of Wands shows 8 wands flying through the sky. Their flight suggests change, movement, and travel. The sky is clear and the beautiful river is flowing freely and giving life to the surrounding landscape. This Arcana card is without people, so there is no obvious action to interpret. This is intentional. The single focus is the flight of the wands, giving the card its primary meaning of movement. We see a flight of wands full grown with green leaves over a calm landscape. They may be carrying messages like carrier pigeons, perhaps fixed to the lower part of the wands that are not visible in the image. The Eight of Wands encourages you to go with the flow. Don't resist it. Everything is moving fast right now. So make the most of this forward movement to manifest your goals and dreams. Nine of Wands shows an injured man leaning on a wand. He holds a wand with both hands, like a weapon. He looks over his shoulder towards the 8 wands behind him, as if they are standing at attention, ready for any eventuality. 8 protective wands are symbols of his resources and responsibilities. Man seems weary and worn, as though he has already been through battle and now must face additional challenges with the presence of these 8 wands. This is his final challenge before reaching his goal. He must endure this last test of his strength and character before reaching the finish line. With his powerful build, he symbolizes strength and endurance. From experience, he has learned to expect challenges to his position, and his past battles are symbolized by the bandage worn around his head. This injury doesn't deter him, and he almost wears it like a bandana with pride. The Nine of Wands comes as a sign that even in the face of adversity, you stand tall and strong. You may be on the edge of exhaustion, but you are resilient, persistent, and ready to do what it takes to reach for your goals. Ten of Wands shows a man carrying a large bundle of sticks towards a small town only a short distance away, and a house he can't see. He knows it is there. Perhaps he has visited before, which might explain his confident step. There is an element of desperation here too. Why would he choose to be so uncomfortable and sightless on his journey? He even chooses to hold his wands, so his right hand is in front of his eyes. Further blocking the view. Perhaps he sees himself as less than human, a blind beast desperate to release its burden. His back is bent, and he appears to be weighed down by the heavy load he is carrying. But he knows he is almost at his destination and will soon be able to release the heavy weight he is bearing. The destination looks worthwhile: fertile lands, trees, and a plowed field, ready for planting. Maybe his 10 wands will grow there into strong trees. To the right is a manor house, symbolizing that hard work now will pay off in the future if our laborer can endure the load and keep going. The Ten of Wands notes that you are taking on an extra burden or greater responsibility, but you understand it is only temporary. So you are willing to put in the hard work now to accomplish your goal and collect the rewards later. Page of Wands shows a young man holding a long stick in both hands, looking upward toward the top of the wand, out of which are growing tiny leaf buds. The red feather on his hat looks like a flame. He is burning with ambition. The page's tall wand is higher than him, showing that his ideas are greater than his experience. But he is inspired to overcome any shortfall in his knowledge with enthusiasm. His passion will move him forward as he sees the potential in everything. His tunic is decorated with salamanders, a mythical creature associated with fire and transformation. In the background, the landscape is barren and mountainous, implying that this page has the gift of being able to find growth and potential in the most unlikely places. With the Page of Wands, you are ready to give everything a green light. You embrace the opportunity to start out on a new journey or project and see where it takes you. You don't need to have a solid plan in place, and you don't need to know where you are headed, but you are excited that you have a chance to do it. Knight of Wands sits on his horse in full armor, wearing a yellow robe decorated with salamanders associated with the element of fire. and a helmet with fiery red crest that flowing behind him is symbolizing passion, ambition, and desire. He holds a wand in his right hand, which symbolizes his energy and enthusiasm for his mission. His horse rises up on its rear legs, ready for action. Like all the wands court cards, the background is hot, dry, and barren, with mountains or pyramids in the distance. Knight of Wands shows that you have a clear vision about what you want to create, and you are now moving forward to turn your vision into reality. Queen of Wands sits upon a throne decorated with lions facing opposite directions, a symbol of fire and strength. In her left hand, on her crown, and behind her are sunflowers, symbolizing life, fertility, joy, and satisfaction. Her right hand holds a tall wand, symbol of creativity and purpose. A black cat sits at her feet, a sign that while this queen is sociable, she is also in touch with dark magic that shows the darker side of her being. Queen of Wands is optimistic and full of ideas to share with others. You know what you want and how to get it. And you are excellent in engaging others to achieve your goals. last card in tonight's session is King of Wands. Who sits on his throne holding a blossoming wand in his hand, a symbol of life and creativity. His throne and his cape are decorated with lions and salamanders, both symbols of fire and strength. The king also wears a lion head amulet around his neck as a symbol of protection. The salamanders, beating their own tails, represent infinity and the ongoing drive to move forward against all obstacles. A live salamander appears to the right of the card to reinforce its importance as a symbol of the knight's suit element of fire. When the King of Wands appears in a tarot reading, it is a sign you are stepping into the role of a visionary leader, ready to direct your people towards a common goal. You have a clear vision of where you want to go, and now you are manifesting that vision with the support of those around you. Kings and queens in tarot are traditionally regarded as people in your life or people about to come into your path and area of activity. This will conclude our session for today. Good night.